basic elements of communication process. Now we are going to see each in somewhat detail. The input is about the idea, the information or idea the sender wants to give the receiver. Sender means the sender who wants to send the information. Message, the actual message that is sent from sender to receiver and vice versa. Encoding means selecting a common language that can be receiver and encodes the information. Then the channel, the selection of an appropriate medium or channel such as face-to-face dialogue, letters, faxes, telephone calls, electronic mails, etc. And in outcome form, output, the information received by the receiver. Then decoding, in order to interpret or understand the information, the receiver deciphers the encoded information sent by the sender. And last but most important element of communication is feedback, which consists of receiver's response, which matters a lot because based on this receiver's response, it gets understood whether the recipient understood what the sender wants to say or not. If the receiver understand at the recipient end the right message, the right information, then the receiver's feedback is but obvious positive in nature. Or otherwise, it creates the misconception among the senders and the receivers by having the negative response. Now, this is a pictorial view of that how senders and receivers exchange the message or information or idea or opinion or thoughts among each other. So when sender is trying to send or sender send the information or message or idea or view or thoughts or opinions to the receiver, at the recipient end, the receiver must be clear about what sender wants to ask. Based on that understanding, the receivers has to respond through feedback. So wherein if the sender send the right information message and at recipient and the receiver got the right message information and understood it properly, then sender gives the response in the form of feedback in a right sense, which is called as a clear communication among the two parties, that is sender as well as the receiver, where both the parties understood the message, information shared among each other, either it is shared from sender to receiver or receiver to sender in the feedback form by any means of communication, by any channel. But over here the message, the information should be very much clear among the two or more parties what they want to convey to each other. Now we are going to see the importance of effective communication. As far as the effective communication is concerned, effective communication stands for transmission of the right content or message or information among two or more entities, wherein whatever message or information get conveyed, get understood by the second party and vice versa. So that is called as effective communication. So these are the some of the important things get considered while making the effective communication, like enhance professional image. The effective communication helps in increasing the productivity, helps in making the decision making more effective, more stronger. Effective communication helps in solving the problems very quickly. It helps in creating and retaining the business relationships and making it more healthier. Effective communication helps in improving the customer service as well as customer relations. Effective communication helps in increasing the awareness among the employees about the developments happening in the various areas. Effective communication helps in minimizing the misunderstanding among the concerns. It also helps in bringing better quality of documents. So in nutshell we can say, making the communication effective, we get many front benefits or benefits from many fronts, which helps the company as well as the individuals to fulfill the dream or goal which they pre-specified. Now we are going to see the essential of effective communication. What basically effective communication consists of. There should be clarity of purpose, for what purpose the communication is carried out. There should be understanding of the process, wherein with whatever way the particular work is carried out should be very much clear to each and every stakeholders. Then the third essential of effective communication is addressing the right target audience. So when you are communicating, while communicating, who are your audience? You be very much clear. By seeing the audience, you have to deliver the speech or class or session. Requisite communication skills. For making the communication more effective, you be very much with the soft skills, with the how you get convinced to the audience, etc. Then adequate information, which helps the communicator to justify his or her content or information in a right sense. Proper planning. When communicator want to communicate any message or information, any content on a particular topic, he or she should plan in advance that for how much time he or she is going to deliver the class, on what topic he or she is going to speak about. Based on that, the communicator has to work out the session on a particular topic. A communicator must have a positive attitude. So whatever response come from the respondents in a session on a particular topic, he has to take it positively and has to inculcate in the next presentation. So when he or she is going to deliver class on a similar type of topic in future, he or she will not face any problem on a communication. Then the most important part of the communication, that is sincerity. Sincerity makes the sense. If the communicator is sincere, then but obvious everything and you can say each and every work get done very, very smartly. So with the help of sincerity, we can make our communication more effective and healthy. Now we are going to see some of the skills which are very much important in the case of oral communication as well as the written communication. So first we see the skills required in oral communication, followed by written communication. In case of oral communication, understanding and use of the appropriate language is very much important. If you can't understand the language and if you can't do the right use of language, then it creates a misconception among the audience while doing the oral communication. Similarly, organizing and sequencing of thoughts effectively. If you have idea but you are unable to set in a right order, in a right sequence, and you are not organizing your content or thoughts or views or opinions in a right order, then it will not give the expected impact on the audience. So organizing and sequencing of thoughts is very much important if you want to communicate in a right sense. Then vocabulary and word power, which is also very much important. What kind of words you are using while communicating with the audience, by considering the audience, whether the audience is of bottom level managers or executives, middle level executives or top level executives in an organization hierarchy. So by seeing the audience, whether the audience is employees of the company, whether the audience is students, whether the audience is any kind of, so you have to be very much careful while using the words for delivering your thoughts, ideas to the audience. Then command over illustrations, example and phrases. You be very much clear that by considering the respective topic, you have to give the examples, you have to give the illustrations if required. If not, then there is no need of giving any examples or illustrations for justifying the particular topic. But wherever required, if the illustrations, examples are given, then it helps in making your presentation, communication more effective and healthy. Then proper accent and pronunciation. It is also that much important. While communicating, especially in the case of oral communication, we have to be very much careful that our pronunciation should be very much clear to the audience. Our accent should be very good, which is going to deliver the right kind of content to the audience. Then voice modulation and reach. It is also that much important, whether your voice is reaching to the audience or not. If it is reaches, then and then you expect that the audience will reply against your session or against your presentation, or otherwise you have to take care of the voice aspects of. Then proper use of sound system and other aids. If the supporting aid is there, like mic, whether it is collar mic or a fixed mic or any other such IT gadgets which helps you in carrying out the particular session for better understanding to the audience. Then listening skill is also that much concern. We have to very much listener, so we understand the concerns of the audience, and based on the concerns of the audience, we will justify the topic in benefit of the audience. Then time specification. It is also that much important. Whatever time is given, within that time frame of 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, we have to justify our topic, we have to communicate our presentation, content, session, talks to the audience. Then effective telephonic talk. So In even telephone talk also, we have to very much careful the way we talk with others on telephone, especially on cellular phone. What kind of content we deliver, what kind of message we pass from one party to another party, how we talk, when we talk, and what kind of language we do the use of, what kind of words we do the use of for delivering our message, our information to the second party. So these are skills in oral communication which are very much important for presenting something in front of the audience and try to convince them about a particular topic or content or thought or idea. Then skills in written communication, wherein some important aspects get considered like command and language, whether we have good command in writing in the as a form of communication, and whether we have good command on language, the way or the kind of language we do the use of for writing the letter or drafting the notice or any kind of letter in our day-to-day life. Then word power and spelling, whether we have the sufficient words with us and whether we are making any spelling mistake or not, that is very much important. What kind of words we do the use of, so the receivers get understand what you want to convey, what you want to say. Then proper structure of written message, whether the written message written in a proper structure or not, that we have to take care of. Then correct use of phrases and quotations, wherever required we have to use the right phrases and the right kind of quotations for justifying our letter in a written communication. Then use of appropriate channel,